Was good. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, I don't want to really make this one too long. Just wanna, I don't know. I just want to get. Haven't done a live in a minute, so just wanted to just make a live and yeah, I don't really got much to say because one thing I'm realizing is there's really not much to really say at this point. Only thing really there is to just do. Like we're I can feel that we're getting deeper in this shift because it's like I don't even want to say that really. Even though we are going in this shift, I don't really want to say that. I feel like it's just I'm starting to see things a lot more clearer now. So it's like I can spot a lot of bullshit from a mile away, and it's like I can't even really be on social media like that, to be honest. I really can't even be on it because it's so fucking lame. And all of it is just fucking bullshit. So like I've been like I told you guys, you guys seen I did that 21. I'm actually on 23 days right now. Like I didn't even end that shit right now. I'm on 23. I'm gonna end it in a couple days. The 27th, I'm gonna end it. So I'm gonna have 25 days, 24, 25 days since I end my fast. So I'm gonna go for 24 days. It could be 24, 25. I don't fucking know. I don't even count. I stopped counting once I hit 21. So right now I'm at 23. So 25 I'll end it. So that's in 2 days I'm gonna end it. And then I'm gonna take probably a few days break. Then I'm gonna go on it again, and I'm gonna do another one. Because one thing I realize is like I enjoy being in this. Once you break yourself into this and you train the body through like the yoga, the meditation, the qigong, not just fasting, because people just think it's just fast. No, it's more than that shit. Once you really train the body, then you start to actually like to be in this state. Like I realized like a lot of the shit that I was experiencing and how I perceive certain shit was because of my energy wasn't at its full max because I was fucking consuming bullshit. So I will like feel a certain way, think a certain way, and it all had to do with what the fuck I was putting in my body. So once I eliminated everything from my body, like and when I'm saying eliminated, I'm not even really drinking water. Like I went the first it was like the first 8 9 days with no water and no drinking, and then even when I started drinking, it was very little. Like I would drink every now and then, because like even like because because when I first started this fast, I expected for me to start drinking a lot of water, but the thing is, I didn't need any. I didn't feel like I needed any, which was kind of weird because usually I'd be wanting to consume water on these fasts, but for some reason, I just haven't really been wanting to consume it or needing to. So I got rid of the water for like 8 9 10 days. I think it was on day 9. I started drinking water. So 9 days I was on a dry fast. And then even when I started drinking, it was very little. So like I'm realizing when I eliminate everything from consuming is puts me in a better state of mind, and it just I can just tell things in my life what I'm doing, because I'm not gonna go into everything. And that's another thing I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna stop getting into like what the fuck I'm doing in real life, because I'm realizing a lot of this whole shit on this whole YouTube. First of all, like I'm realizing everything that I said and everything that I was the people everything that I said on this channel was pretty much, I don't want to say the information was bullshit, but I'm realizing I'm not waking anyone up. I'm not teaching anyone shit. Everyone's just reconfirming what they already know. You're a grown ass man or woman. You already know what the fuck you need to know and need to do. I can't tell you that. Only you can tell yourself that. So anybody who's saying, "Oh, I'm waking people up. I'm trying to put people into awareness." These are like bots, agents, or just really dumbass people or people who are trying to make an income off social media. So they need that as a way so they can retain their audience. Like I'm waking people up, and then you have a lot of dumbass people because most of the people who consume a lot of this content day in and day out is not like they're looking for information. These are just people who are very depressed, miserable. They're stuck in life. They work a shitty ass job. They're doing things that they don't want to do in life. So since they're not fulfilled, they need some type of cope and crutch. And social media, religion, and just being a fucking idiot, it provides that crutch and that cope, which a lot of people like they need. So this is why I'm telling you guys, get off social media and start doing things in real life and stop making this shit your fucking life, because I can see how society is making this shit everyone's fucking life. And it's not the social media, it's people's state of mind and how fucked up people are. Cause ain't nobody want to do the work that they need to do. Like I was on fucking just today, I was on this scrolling and shit. Cause I'll be like, if I'm in a waiting room or if I'm doing something, I'll probably just scroll my shit every now and then. But I seen this shit, and then you have like I realize like everybody thinks they're like some guru or some teacher. Like you have this stupid bitch talking about how like um people don't want to do the work and this and that and this and that. And when you tell somebody that they need to do this and they don't want to do this, and I'm like, in my mind, a lot of you guys would be like, oh, she's waking people up. She's telling people about shadow work. But it's like, who the fuck is you to tell anybody that they need to do some shadow work? Like, I don't, like, that's one thing. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody what they need to know or what they're not doing or what they need to do? First of all, like, you could be talking to somebody who's doing everything they need to do, but you're just speaking from your own projection. So it's like, when you hear a lot of these people, a lot of these gurus, like these Till Swans and all these dumbass people, even when you hear about this MGTOW shit, they try to talk like they make sense, but they're only talking based upon what they observe. Like, especially when you see these Gen Z, none of them actually live life. Nobody's actually been outside. Shout out to my nigga Mystic Mysterio. What's good with it? Nope. Most of these Gen Z, most of these people, they've never experienced like being outside. And all these people never been in a situation where it was like they had to be outside and do shit and experience shit. A lot of these people just watch shit on social media. That's why you see a lot of Gen Z, when you talk to them, they talk like they have sense and they talk like they are seasoned, but yet physically when you see them in action and doing things, they don't show that because they don't have no experience. It's just from social media. So you'll have a lot of people like first of all, like you just think about it. You'll have somebody who's like in their early 20s talking about how the government did this and people need to do this and we need to go out in nature and grow our own food and create a homestead so we can have our own shit. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. What the fuck do you know this shit? You don't even do any of that shit or know. How old are you? Like, what have you experienced for you to come to that conclusion? When you talk like that and you show certain signs, actions, and your age is a certain way, and it makes me think you just watch too much social media because that's all you're getting your information. Like, how the fuck do these niggas know what the government's doing really? So it's like, that's what I'm realizing. Nobody's really, everyone just like some guru, some teacher. That's why I was like, I had to kind of back up a little because of like the shit I know is from experience, especially when it comes to like about health and shit. I don't just speak about this health shit just because it's something cool. I speak about it because I've been through shit. Like I don't, how I got into fasting isn't like a lot of these other niggas who they just took care of their health. No, I was literally taking substances, getting drunk, eating garbage, and consuming garbage, and then shit happened, and I was forced to do it. That's how I got into this. I didn't just get into this shit because I felt like getting into this shit or like other people. So most of this shit I go through is from experience. So I speak to you niggas on experience. A lot of these niggas, they just watch social media. A lot of these niggas, they never made mistakes. And I'm not saying you have to make a mistake, but if you haven't made a mistake, but you don't have the rewards of not making mistakes, then you're a fucking idiot. Like, how do you not make a mistake and you know everything, but you don't have shit and you're not accomplished, you're not intelligent, other than what you've seen on social media? So you didn't make mistakes, just that not have shit. At least a nigga who made mistakes, I don't want to say they have an excuse, but they got more of an excuse than you. You just a regular ass nigga and you didn't make no mistakes. Like who the fuck is you to really be telling anyone shit? That's just showing you watch too much of this fucking social media. So like that's what I'm telling you guys. Like start doing shit. That's why I'm starting to see a lot of shit in real life, and like that's another thing as well. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna back off from making videos. It's just I want to change my content based on like what the fuck I feel like doing. So I don't need to do this. I don't feel like I have a mission to and this is my mission. Like if any mission that I have is shit that I'm doing in real life. Shit that I'm trying to get set up in real life and do things. Cause I'm realizing like everyone's like, oh, make money on social media. Start your shit. No, that's the opposite. I'm not saying you can or you shouldn't make money on social media, but you want to do shit in the real world. You want to have shit going in real life. And then whatever you're doing on there, you might even want, depending on what you don't even want to show it on online, because this whole online shit is right now like the government, this is a whole nother subject, but right now the government's going through like a change right now. They're like going through it. A lot of the people in government, their systems, they're going through it right now. And in a few months, I'll say probably within a year, not a year, but within a year, we're gonna this world ain't gonna be feeling the same no more. I'm not gonna say it's gonna look different. We're gonna be in the. I'm not saying this. I'm saying how you feel and how you observing and how you're experiencing this reality is gonna shift within a year. So this is gonna cause a lot of their systems to have to switch up, and shit's about to get real. Like you're gonna see them start crashing the fuck out. Like they're gonna start doing a lot of crazy shit because they have to switch up because we're in a shift and everything's switching. So their systems aren't even gonna really work the same no more. So it's gonna be a lot of crazy shit they're gonna try to be doing and doing. So I'm just trying to let you guys know, like, be aware of that because we going into a shit. This is what I'm telling you guys. Like this whole internet shit right now, they're trying to take control over this shit. So try not to focus too much on it. So I'm not saying don't be on the internet and don't go and I'm not saying that, but don't take it serious. This shit ain't serious. This internet, take your life serious. This internet isn't your life. Take your life serious. This shit ain't your life. When you're in real life, that's where you're supposed to be actually creating and doing shit. This shit on here is just something you want to be entertained by. Don't take this shit serious because you can't even trust people on here. And as they advance this AI and release more updated OS systems for these AI, there's gonna be a lot more like it's good. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Like a lot of this shit's gonna start coming. Like you ain't gonna be able to trust anyone really because they're gonna be able to fake everything. So that's what I'm telling you, niggas. Like don't take any of this shit serious. I've been doing Qigong for a year, kind of stagnant, but I'm steadily progressing with meditation deeper. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep doing that. You want to keep on the Qigong, keep on it, keep up the meditation. That's what makes the fasting easier. Like the reason I was able, like a lot of you guys, that was, shout out to the individual who left the comment. They said they can't get past day one and they want to be able to do these fasts. And how did I do 21 days? And the reason I was able to do 21, it wasn't because I just started fasting or I just said, oh, I'm lucky or I'm gifted. No, it's because of the meditation and the yoga. I told you niggas a year ago, get on the yoga. Like you guys don't understand. In order to really develop like certain energy, you have to be doing the yoga qigong for a long period of time to train your body. You have to be training your body for a long period of time. So what if you don't do that, then you're when you start doing the fasting and shit, it's gotta be a lot more harder. I'm not you're gonna be fasting. You don't want to be fasting, you want to be living. Because when you're fasting, you're in a depleted state. So and you're thinking about the next meal, what I'm gonna eat. You wanna be in this state and this state be your default mode. When this state is default, then you're operating on the energy that you've got from the meditations and from the yoga. So once you're in that state, then it makes it more easier to do a 60, 70-day fast. Like this one individual that I in one of the groups I be in, not the groups, but it's an Instagram page that I follow. And this individual does breath work and they did a 60-day fast, and people like, how do you do the fast? And like back then I would look at it like, how the fuck she do 60 days? But then when you actually look at these individuals in their life, then you see like, what? Why the fuck does this nigga message me? Fuck. Give me a minute, guys. Stupid ass shit on eBay. Oh, man, this is why I hate dealing with this dumb shit. There's always some fucking issue when you're dealing. One thing about when you're dealing with a lot of people what the fuck are you talking about? It's not even open. All right, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm just gonna give this piece of shit his refund. I'm gonna just tell him to send the product back. I know this jar wasn't empty because I've sold this product before. I'm not even. This shit like this gets me so annoyed because I know like it's this is when you have a business and you're dealing with like hundreds of people, you're gonna have people who are just complete idiots, and you have to deal with it. Like anytime you're dealing with a large amount of people, you're always gonna have every two out of 100 people be a fucking idiot, and then is like you gotta just do what you gotta do. So I'm just gonna deal with that shit. Like, this guy's a fucking idiot. The fuck is that? Oh, somebody bought something. Like it's just so fucking annoying how these like. But like I said, when I seen the female, she did 60 days of the fast, right? And I was like, before I was like, how the fuck she did it? But then I'm realizing it's the meditation. Once you start doing that shit day in and day out, then it starts to become you. This is why I told you guys a couple years ago. Do these yoga, the qigong. Shout out to Mysterio. I said, do this shit and build the energy because now it makes it easier when you're on these fasts because you have energy that you're working with. You're not just fucking like you're not fasting. Because fasting is you're losing weight, you're tired, you're waiting for your next. You want to get out of that state, but you have to train your body through meditation and yoga and fasting. But the meditation is really the main thing. The fasting you have to do. And but obviously, but the meditation and the yoga, that's the shit that's really gonna take you to that level where you don't need any of that shit. You don't need to. It's like it's gonna fuel you. So that's why I told you guys to keep. And it takes years to do this shit. It takes years to do this shit to build your way up. Like it takes time. It's not really like quick. So that's what I'm telling you guys. It's not like something. Oh, I've been doing yoga since 2021, February 2021. It's about to be 5 years in the next 6 months that I've been doing yoga every day. I haven't missed any. I probably missed 1 or 2 days, but that's it. And even then, like I was doing it 2 times a day for like a year. So that's what I'm saying. Like I was doing this shit for a minute, and the way I feel is like night and day, and that's what helped me get to where I'm at right now. I'll say yoga is the main reason. Like the qigong, don't get me wrong, that works and that helps, but that yoga, like when I started doing before I started doing yoga, like January 2021, a month before I started doing yoga, I was eating everything. I was consuming garbage. I was eating candy. I didn't stop eating candy and eating like fast food until like I'll say 6, 7 months after I started doing the yoga stretches. Then like my body couldn't take it no more. If every time I would consume that shit, I'll feel kind of like nauseated and sick, or I feel a certain way. But now it's like I can't eat anything. It has to, like my shit has to be natural shit. If I consume it, like even the natural shit, like none of this shit is healthy. None of the food is healthy. That's what I'm realizing. Everything, even when you go to Whole Foods, that shit isn't healthy. The only reason you go to Whole Foods, to be honest, is so you can get better tasting quality food that's less damaging to the body. It's just better quality junk food. Like they still serve chocolate there, but the chocolate at Whole Foods is better quality tasty. You're not going there because it's healthy. You're going there because it tastes better. It's not as taxing on the body because it's not as much filler chemicals, but it costs more. That's really what Whole Foods and Sprouts is. It's a healthy junk food. Meat isn't healthy. Rice isn't healthy. Especially to the shit that they serve, all of it is tainted. It has some type of chemical because how they grow it, because we live, this is a capitalistic system. So in order for them to actually make money, because they're not just selling food just to feed you, they're selling you food so they can make money, because the system's about money. So in order for them to make the best profit, they have to do certain things to cut corners to make them money. Otherwise, they'll run out of business, because that's the way this system is. Even when I got this fucking NutriBullet. I didn't buy this shit. I stole this shit. I got this shit the other day, and I'm so glad I didn't waste $80 on that shit, because I'm glad I didn't, because I was looking at the thing, and a lot of people are saying there's complaints on how the when you use the smoothie blender, like food particles go underneath the rubber thing, the rubber container, and it causes like the food to the mold over time. And the only way to not have that is you have to remove the fucking the rubber gasket, and they make that shit so hard to remove. Like and then when I looked at it, you could remove it and clean it, but it's such a pain in the ass, and you have to do it every time you fucking make a smoothie and shit. But I'm fasting a lot, so I'm not gonna be consuming shit like that. So when I seen that shit, like, yeah, shout out to Shay Data. If you have the NutriBullet, there's a rubber gasket that's around the blade. You want to remove that shit and you want to clean it, because if you don't do that, the food particles gonna mold, and then when you make your smoothie, it's bacteria's gonna leak in your smoothie. And people been saying some people say that they get sick, so it's a sanitary issue. You want to get that shit fixed. So when I was looking at the particle, or the not the particle, the component to the device, it's like a rubber gasket. And I'm like, they could have just made the whole shit plastic, so you can just clean it and you don't have to take it out. But if they did that, then they'll lose money. And then when you go on the website and they tell you how to clean it, they don't mention removing that gasket. They tell you actually don't remove the gasket. If you they say you need to replace the whole extractor blade every 6 months. That's what they say. Like, bitch, so I'm supposed to pay $20 every 6 months? Probably less than that, because that's just gonna get dirty before 6 months and unsanitary. So I'm supposed to pay like every 3 to 4 months $20 just so I can, for a brand new blade. So this is how they try to make money. They could have easily made the device where it was all plastic, but they didn't want to do that shit because they were gonna lose money. Hold on for a minute. I gotta message this fucking idiot. Hold on. This stupid ass nigga. He said the jar was half empty. None of my shit is open. I've sold this product numerous times, and this nigga's trying to act like, why the fuck would I open up something that's for fucking females? Like, people are retarded, man. Like, I swear, this is one thing I don't like about, like, I don't really have these issues. It just Because all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell this idiot to just send me the device back or send me the thing back, and I'll just refund them their money because I'm not gonna deal with this. If the thing is, I don't want him to use it or fuck with it where I can't sell it again because he wants to be a fucking idiot. Because if I get the product back and it's used or something's wrong with it, like it's been open, I'm not refunding him his fucking money. And I'm just gonna take it up with eBay or whatever because this shit's really annoying. Like I've sold that product before and nobody's had an issue. It's just when you're dealing with hundreds. I'm dealing with like hundreds of people. See, look what I'm talking. He wants to return the item. I'm not. Hold on. I'm gonna return it. I'm gonna make him go through a lot of hassle. Hold on. Let me see. He better not open. He said it was used and half full. This bitch ass nigga probably used it and didn't like the product. That's what I'm saying. Like this nigga probably used it and didn't like the product. I don't even know if I even believe this shit. I don't know, man, because it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna return it because I don't see how it was half used. Nigga probably used it, didn't like it or some shit. I don't. I'm gonna just return it because I'm gonna return it and I'm gonna block this person from being able to buy anything from me. Cause I don't. This is ridiculous, dude. Fucking stupid. I'm not gonna even be able to resell this shit now. So I'm gonna have to pay him his money and just throw the shit away. It's whatever. It's such a pain in the ass. Yeah. He sent me pictures of it. I'm trying to determine like, cause let me see when did he get this product? Cause yeah, fucking dumbass people, man. Like I swear, try not to live my like. I'm not even really upset over it. It's annoying that I gotta go and waste my time and do this because it's really not even a lot of money. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna block this person because I don't want him buying nothing from me again. Because I can't determine if he used it and he didn't like it. Okay, I sold it to him on the 20th. I sold him on the 20th. So when did he get? Let me see when it got shipped in. Okay, he got it today. All right, I'm gonna return his money. He got the item today. It said they delivered it today, so maybe it was open. Sometimes shit like that happens. Like somebody probably returned it to the store and they didn't say, and then they probably put it on the shelf. I don't know. I'm gonna just return his order. I'm gonna return his order. I'm not gonna give him his money back until I get my product back and then accept the return. I'm just wasting my time during this live stream with this stupid ass shit. But like I said, I don't really give a fuck about this shit, so it's what it is. I accepted the return. I'm not giving his money back until I get the product back. So I'll probably get it back within the next 5 days, and then I'll return his money, just in case, because I don't want them. I'm not gonna like, yeah. But what was I saying? Yeah, just like I said, guys, like we're going into a different time right now. Like I told you guys, within the next year, we're gonna be this world ain't gonna be the same like it is. And I'm not talking about the government. I don't give a fuck about what the fucking government's doing. That's another thing. The government, they really on some bullshit right now. Like they really on some bullshit, and that's why I don't even really like to be on this platform or on social media like that, because it's a lot of fucking like the everyday watching everyone's shit. That's the thing. Like you guys thinking like, oh, I only have a small channel, but you're not understanding that anybody with a big channel is the government. So the only thing the government watches is the small channels. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would they really watch their own shit? And if they watch their own shit, it's just to make sure that they're running program the right way. They're not saying it. If they're trying to watch shit that they don't have, that they're trying to get intel on and shit, it's gonna be the smaller channels or channels who are like small. They're not gonna fucking watch channels that are like, you see what I'm saying? All the big channels is paid and bought. Instagram and Facebook, all that shit has fake ass views. Like when you see these likes, like 100,000 people, like all that shit is bought and paid for. So like the whole marketing and advertisement, that shit is like a multi-billion-dollar whole industry. So people are paying tens of thousands a month. When you see Facebook pages, YouTube channels, a lot of these people are paying thousands a month just to get their posts in front of your face. Like they're making money off that. That's why I said like a lot of that. That's why when you scroll down your feed, most of this shit is shit that is not for you. Like it doesn't matter what you watch, really. You're gonna have bullshit on your feed because that's what they're promoting. Like they're promoting bullshit. Like anybody who's viral, I'm not saying 99, but anybody who's viral, anybody who has a lot of views, look at the content. There's nobody with a lot of views who's viral who doesn't have content that's promoting an agenda. Whether it be this black pill shit, this MGTOW shit, this stupid dumbass shit about a rapper, or some stupid political shit like, oh, fucking DEI and Target, and I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, why the fuck are you telling me? Like, everything they tell you is shit that's not important. So this telling you like they don't give a fuck about people's minds, because everything that they're telling you is the only thing that's important right now. Not just from my perspective, even from the government perspective. Like they know what I'm saying is true. They know everything that they're promoting is bullshit because they're supposed to. The only people who don't know that are the fucking degenerate fucking idiots that don't are who are clueless. Like even the government, they know what they're doing is fucking retarded, but they're doing it because they don't give a fuck about people, and they're trying to like their time is at an end. They're about to get the fuck up out of here real soon. Like their shit is done and it's fucking failing. So as you how you can prove this, and I'm not just speaking on my ass, is they're starting to do a lot more crash out shit. Like you see how like they have all these police trying to do this fucking new world order shit, or this fucking dictator and like sending fucking police on the street. Like that's isn't that like that NWO shit? All these conspiracy people talking about how the military on the street. Like you could kind of see like they're trying to like do that shit. Like it's because their shit is failing. They're not doing it just because they fucking feel like it, or they doing it because their shit's failing. And this is what happens. This is what happens. Okay, you don't have to keep messaging anymore, you fucking idiot. I just accepted your return. Shut the fuck up and go handle your business. I don't know why the fuck you're still messaging me, nigga. I just accepted your return. Shut the fuck up and send me the product, and then I give you your money back. There's no need for you to message me. But anyway, like I was saying, like they're doing this shit because they crashing the fuck out. Their system is done. It's over. So as it gets, because it's gonna get worse. So that's why I tell you guys, be prepared, because within the next year, you're gonna start seeing a lot more things that the government is doing. Hold on. I don't know why the fuck he sent me another picture. What the fuck are you sending me messages for, nigga? Okay, you sent me those pictures before. Okay, we get it. I'm gonna give you your money back. I'm not even gonna reply to this idiot. He knows I accepted the return, so I'm not gonna reply to this idiot. But like I said, within the next year, you're gonna start seeing a lot more shit go down. That's I'm just telling you guys, just focus on yourself. If I were you guys, I wouldn't even be on social media like that to be unless you got business to take care of. Like I got my eBay shit. I post my shit. That's the only social media with my real name is my eBay. Other than that, I don't have my real name on social media. That's why I don't tell you guys, oh, check out my Instagram. I don't do that Instagram shit. I don't do I'm not opening up a Facebook. I have one just so I can like see what the fuck's going on from time to time, but I don't have it's not my real name. I don't do any of that shit. I would never open an Instagram or Facebook. I don't like to put my shit in my business on the internet. YouTube, I can fuck with YouTube to a certain degree. And the way it's going, I don't even want to fuck with it no more. Really, I don't even like. I kind of don't even feel comfortable being online like I used to because I know this whole shit it's all fake. Like because I just realized like everything on YouTube that you see, like 99% of the content is all like it's a narrative. It's something to fuck your mind up. Like you notice like even when you see like success is actually look is frowned upon on social media and failures is actually celebrated. Like when you see people who like you'll see somebody who let's just say you see a homeless person and he has to walk to work every day. And then they'll make a narrative of homeless guy walks 20 miles every day to work. Everybody will be happy and be, oh, he's a hard worker. He works hard for the system and he's doing what he's supposed to do. And they'll give him kudos. But yet, nigga, like you grown and you haven't done any. I'm not saying life is about money, but you haven't done anything in your life to get you to a situation where you at least have a vehicle to get to where you gotta go, let alone you don't even need to work at a shitty ass job you hate. You haven't accomplished any of that shit. And I'm not saying it's anything wrong, but they'll celebrate it like he's actually doing something for humanity. But then let's just say you'll see a young black kid who has a vending machine business and and he's making money legally. And then the first thing people gotta say is he's using his EBT to get vending machine product. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Like it's just people are just haters because people want to see you miserable like them. And this whole social media, it encourages that type of thinking because everyone's already miserable with their pathetic lives because like I said, no one's doing what they're supposed to be doing because they got everybody fucking like mentally lost, not knowing shit. And so when people see you successful, they gotta to make themselves sleep better and feel better about their miserable life, they gotta point out a flaw. And the problem with that is though, is like that doesn't really do anything because at the end of the day, when you turn off social media, that person's living their life. When you turn it off, you got to go back to your miserable life. So they're the ones really having the last word without having the last word because they're living it and you're miserable. And this is how most people are. So this is one of many examples of how they use social media to just fucking pretty much like promote just bullshit. And like it's everything. It's everything. Like the only time you'll see like even when you see a lot of this hip hop culture and shit, the celebrity gossip, it's like it's all negative. Like I don't give a fuck. Why do you give a fuck what happened to a rapper? A rapper doesn't provide anything of value. The only thing a rapper provides is entertainment, and not because of their music. It's because if you're a miserable, bored person, you find a rapper's shenanigans entertainment. So when a rapper goes to jail for beating the brakes off some bitch's ass, or he fucking kills one of his homies over a rap song, that's the entertainment, not the actual music. Ain't nobody listening and fucking buying no rap album now. No one gets like if people are listening to rap music, it's their own because we in a different shift. So people are listening and making their own rap music. Ain't nobody actually listening to fucking NBA Young, but no one gives a fuck about that nigga. That nigga's trash. Everyone's making their own music. We're at a time where, because like I said, a lot of, especially with these Aries energy we're in, we're in a lot of masculine energy. And I don't even want to bring astrology into that shit, but we just in a different ship where it's more masculine. We're like more in a masculine time right now where everybody's trying to do for self. And be their own shit. No one gives a fuck about supporting something that's not for them. Like if it's not for me, like we in a masculine energy, so we ain't no bitch energy. We're not supporting shit that doesn't do anything. That's why no one cares about celebrity, because people are realizing what the fuck is a celebrity doing for me? They're not doing shit for me. So why am I gonna celebrate your shit? Why am I gonna fucking buy your shit or fuck you? You're not shit. And people are starting to realize that. So because we in a whole different shift. So like nothing like it's all the shit they just show you is just retarded shit. Shit is crazy. I'm like everything, and it's getting worse. Like it started getting worse. I'll say around 2022. Like it was bad then before then, no doubt, but it started getting really bad 2022. That's when it really started getting bad. Is 2022. That's when like it was bad before. Don't get me wrong, but that's when it started really getting bad, like as it is right now. Like it was bad before that because there was shit going on still, especially like back in 2020, 2019. Don't get me wrong, but 2022 is really when it really started getting bad. This shit's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me see if I can do this. Huh. Damn, it's all this shit on my lip. It's like fucking because I'm doing my fast. I haven't drank any water and shit, so my lip is like kind of yeah. I want to try to I drop the link. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. Private chat. I don't know how to drop the link. Oh, right here. There we go. Haven't used this shit in a minute. I'm like trying to figure this shit out. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join the link, but like I like I suggest everyone at least try to go like on a 10-day fast. And that's the thing about fasting. You want to get these days in, like a little 2 3 days. Don't get me wrong, that's gonna do you good. 2 3, especially if you've never done it. But you really need to do it. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't speak on when they say, "Oh, I go on a 1 day fast. I intermittent fast." Don't get me wrong, that's good. But if you really want to get that clarity, if you really want to get those really benefits, and even like on this fast, I was shitting stuff out like there was like parasites that I was shitting out. Like a lot of you guys like have parasites in you. You guys got a lot of bullshit in you. And then that influences the way you think. That's the reason why you guys like are you crave you like to eat sweets and bread and all that shit. You don't really want to eat that. It's just because you got these parasites. And then the parasites, they don't only influence what you want to eat, they also influence the way you think and what triggers you and like because your gut is connect. It's like a brain. Your gut is like a brain. So when you have parasites in it, you're gonna be feeling. You're gonna be thinking and being in certain states and being that you don't need to be in. So when you shit that out, it's like a release. You feel light, and it's like it's a whole different game. You're able to be more focused and shit, and it's like that's what's really getting a lot of people is like that's why you can't fight a lot of these things just with just sheer willpower because you're gonna lose a lot of this shit. You have to really do the work to really fight these what they will call demons or whatever you want to call it. To fight these negative energy, you gotta release it. Like you can't sit here and make your hand stop hurting if you have a knife in it. You have to remove the knife. You can train your brain and do all the meditation, but if you don't remove the fucking knife, you're gonna feel pain and it's gonna be a problem. That's what a lot of these parasites and just you releasing negative energy. You gotta release that shit so you can move on. And you do that by fasting, remove these parasites. The best way to do it is through fasting, because it cleanses out everything. You'll be shitting out shit that's dark and it's like parasites in it. And when you do that, you can feel the difference. But you have to be going days. Like, I'm not saying 3 days is not a lot and it's not beneficial. But 3 days, it can heal you, especially if you never fasted before. 3 days is really good, but try to get upwards of 10, 11, 12 days. Like, try to do at least 2 weeks at a time. And I'm not saying it's going to be overnight. You got to work your way up, especially if you've never done it. You got to train your body. You got to train your body and work your way up. But the more you do it and you have a consistent routine, then the better it's going to be. The easier it's going to get. But you have to work your way up. Do the meditations. Start slow. Do 3 days. Do the meditations and then keep going. Then over 6 months, 8 months, you'll notice it's going to be different. And then you may say 6, 8 months is long. It's not a long time. What are you doing every day? And look, we're already in September. 8 months ago was February. February felt like it was yesterday. I was making videos in my vehicle and shit. Remember when I came and I was doing the road trip and I stopped, went through Arizona? That was like 6, 7, 8 months ago. That was 6, 7, 8 months ago. That just seemed like yesterday. I just moved out here and I was on the road trip and I showed you guys I just moved here in this place. Now we're already at the end of the year. We got 3 more months and the year's over. That shit went quick. Imagine if you're doing something like fasting or qigong, or you're doing something catered to what you're supposed to be doing. You would be in a whole different level. I did this 21-day fast and like, I'm thinking like, I wish I would have been on this shit more, because I was fasting before it, but I wish I would have been doing it, taking it serious like I've been taking it serious right now. I wish I did that a long time ago, like, and I would have been even further. But like right now, I'm not tripping because I know I'm never gonna make that. I'm never gonna be in that state where, because I would never be in that state where I go more than 5, 6, probably max a week without going on an extended fast for at least 10 days or more. Preferably as I keep going, because I can feel the energy building up. Because I used to need to drink water on the second day, but now I don't even need to drink water, and I'm fucking like well, I'm on, like, right now I'm on the 23rd day, but the amount last time I drank water was 3 days ago. But I did drink water then, and then the day before that. But like, I don't need it. And even when I first started the fast, I went up to 8, 9. I think it was 8.5 days before I needed to drink any water. So before, I couldn't do that like a year ago. But it was because of yoga, the meditations, and me training the body. I was able to do that. So it wasn't something overnight. And somebody said it's water fasting. Good. Water fasting is good. It heals. It is good. To be honest, when I was on a water fast and dry fast, I felt minimal difference. The healing was the same process. Like, some people say, "Oh, you heal faster dry fast." I don't really agree. Like, I don't I don't agree with that, because I feel like when I went on a water fast and a dry fast, I was healing the same way, because healing is not a time thing. People want to say, "Oh, how long does it take me to heal, or which heals quicker?" Healing is a spiritual thing. If you're not showing the spirit that you're trying to make this a lifestyle, it's gonna make you take forever to heal. So you're gonna be waiting like 10 years, and you're like, "I'm healing, but it's not fast enough." That's because you're not making it a lot. When you make it a lifestyle, healing takes a few months. When you make it something that you're just trying to do and then get back, because when you finish healing, what are you going to do when you finish healing? You're going to go back to your old life. You can't do that when it comes to health. You can't say, "I have a disease and I heal," and you're going to go back to doing the same thing you did to get you the disease. Let's just say you're diabetic or you're somebody who's fat. You go on a diet and fast and eat healthy and a mono fruit fast for like a year, and you get skinny, and then you go back to eating McDonald's. You're going to get fat again within the next 6 months, a year. You're going to get fat. You're going to have the same diabetic issue. So it's a lifestyle. It's not something you go back to. So when you make it a lifestyle, then that's when the healing comes instant. It comes quick, within a month, 2 months. and then you're able to live, and that's your life. You're able to be in this energy of healing, and you're not even thinking about healing. You're just, because like what you're trying to accomplish from when you get healing, it happens instantaneously, almost. So there you can start living your life. But then if you're thinking, man, I can't live my life until this and that, that's not how it's supposed to work. That's how a lot of niggas is behind, because they're trying to wait. You're trying to wait for something. Oh, when this happens, when I get aware spiritually, when I get enough money, and then you end up wasting fucking like I told you, we're already in September. This year is done, and we going into a new shift. So next year, you're not gonna have a like. I can't even really put it in any better words, but this once we get fully in this shift, which will be within about a year, you're not gonna have really the grace from the universe to do shadow work. I don't want to say you won't be able to do it, because you always will, but we're gonna be like beyond that shit. You guys can already see like the government failing and shit, and like a lot of the fucking like the programs they're not working, and just so much degenerate shit on social. You see all that shit. That's because we're in a different shit. So if you don't take advantage of this shit, like a lot of you guys say, the time, like we're already in September, the time is speeding up. That's a good thing. If you're actually you're actually able to. I don't want to say manifest, because I hate that word, but you're actually, if you put in the effort and the work that you need to do, you're actually able to reap the benefits quicker, because the spirit is giving out shit quicker. You're getting a lot of shit quicker now, because we in this acceleration of time, and the reality is gonna be a lot different. It's like shit's gonna start happening a lot more quicker. It's not about slow growth, even though it is slow growth. But when you start doing what you got to do, things come quicker and more than you expected. That's what I'm realizing. Like, one thing I realized is that a lot of things I thought were supposed to happen like 5, 10 years, that's just actually what's been supposed to happening, and it's happening now based upon like shit I'm doing. And I could tell I'm in a different, because it's weird. Like, ever since I started this fast, a lot of weird shit been happening. Like I said, I'm not trying to be going into too much of what I'm doing personally, but what I will tell you is like I've been seeing a lot of like butterflies. And like I walked out the fucking store the other day because I went to go pick something up for somebody, and a big ass. It wasn't just a regular butterfly. It was a big, like, first of all, it's one thing to say, oh, you just seen a butterfly because you're by a garden and you're in the wilderness. I was walking out of a fucking store in the middle of a city, and as soon as I walked out that fucking store, a big ass butterfly. It wasn't like a regular. It was a big ass butterfly. This flew right in front of my face. My one of my relatives, they were like, "Why the fuck is all these butterflies surrounding you?" And this started happening to me. I probably say like a week and a half ago. And then I'm like, well, I'm seeing all these fucking butterflies. Like, even when I'm driving, like they're like around my car. And I go outside right now. Like, if I go outside right now, probably that's any kind of later, but if I went earlier today, I was outside, I seen a whole bunch of butterflies just surrounding me. And like, it's crazy. And then other things happening. Like I said, I'm not trying to go too much into what I'm doing because I don't, but a lot of things happening that you see. Like I said, when you put yourself in certain these frequencies, things will start happening. You're not working hard for shit. Like, they try to tell you gotta work hard for this and all that shit is they want you working hard because when you work hard, you're working for the system. If it's not natural, that means you're working hard. And when you are working hard, it's not the way the system intends it. It's you're working hard in other means, and then everything comes so natural and easy. And then that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, don't be just be yourself, and then shit's gonna just flow. Then when you're in that flowing state, you're gonna know, and then that's when you realize it ain't no stress, it ain't no worry really. And anything, I'm not saying bad things won't happen, but when bad things happen, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be the same thing. Like to say something happens to you, like if you're on a negative frequency and you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, when something bad happens to you, it's gonna feel like the world is ending. But when you're on a positive frequency and you know what you're doing, what you're supposed to do, and something bad happens, you don't look at it the world ending. You look at it like this is supposed to happen. This is just the universe putting me through this test. And then soon after that negative thing happens, some good's gonna happen to make up for what happened to you. So you forget about it and you don't give a fuck. And it doesn't have to be so you get money or you get something. It could be just the way you think. You get a certain level of like bliss or awareness. Everything's more clear. You start thinking positive. You feel good. You see that sometimes the universe will give you like a moment of bliss. You just feel really like good, and that could be a gift it could give you. And you just don't give a fuck. You're on a different frequency. Everything looks more. It could be something like that, or it could be something physical. And if it's something physical, that's not something just as it's something to help you take you to the next level. That's what it's supposed to be like. Oh, this is something physical, and it's gonna take you to the next level. Not something physical like in just for you to fuck off and go back. Because if you take what's given to you physically and you don't use it right, it can be taken away from you because you don't really, this life in this world is really like not how you think it is. So you guys got to understand that you're not really, you can't just go, and this is for everyone. Even if you're not on a spiritual path, this is why you see a lot of people right now, they struggling right now, they miserable because they're like, we're at a time right now where if you're not doing that with yourself, if you're not being yourself, I want to keep it really simple. If you're not being yourself, you're not gonna be able to experience joy in this reality. Doesn't matter how much money you are. That's why you have the government crashing out because they got all this money, got all this resource, but they can't sleep because they they're trying to you can't just you really can't get rid of something that's not supposed to get rid of. Only thing you can do is create an illusion that you got rid of it. But when you do that, it's gonna come back and bite you. Like you, for example, you got the government out here. They trolling this one dude's channel. Shout out to Dolo and shit. They trolling his channel, and like you can tell, like a bunch of feds are on his channel, and it's funny because it's like they did the same shit with like Nature Boy Young Pharaoh, and when they did it with Nature Boy Young Pharaoh, they got away with it, and it was funny because it wasn't funny what they did to him, but it's funny that they thought that they were gonna have, oh, we got this dude in jail and we got Nature Boy in jail and Young Pharaoh, he's out of here. But now it's like you can't get rid of, you can't destroy certain energies. You can only just give the illusion. So the way they see nature, they when they watch Nature Boy and Young Pharaoh, it made them feel a certain way. And what they did was throw them in jail, get rid of him, create a smear campaign. And at that time, it worked. But now, in this reality, you can't do that without facing repercussions. So now they're in a dilemma where they feel they feel those same energies, but they can't do this. They're like they're in like in a stuck in a hot spot in a bind where they can't do what they did. So like they're stuck to have to face that emotion that they thought that they got rid of when they threw Nature Boy in jail, but the person that they're trying to do the same thing, they can't do it with him. So like, this is gonna be them trying to fuck this nigga up and destroy him is gonna be like part of their downfall, like that they're gonna be experiencing. Like it's like it's all like I can see it playing out. Like that's how they like really shooting themselves in the foot. So like they're always gonna keep fucking with him because the amount of the amount of ego you have to even be in a government or federal position is it's unnaturally high. So they're gonna die trying to like, so you'll never see them stop trolling his shit. And like that in a way, it's, I don't want to say it's good, but it's good as in the repercussions that they're gonna face for doing that energetically and karmically is gonna get them out of here. So like they're being put in a crash out position so their system can fuck up even more. So it's a good thing in a way, but it's still not good how they fucking with his channel. But in a way, it's allowed them doing those fucked up things is allowing their shit to fail even quicker. So it's like, this is what I'm saying. Shit's gonna start happening. because like a lot of these government people and shit, like that's why I said like healing, health, spirituality, all this shit is not what you guys think it is. A lot of these people who are in these governments and shit, like they're like, when it comes to health, for example, a lot of these individuals, they can't just do fasting and healing, and they can't just do that because their health is failing, not because of just because of what they're consuming. This is a spiritual thing. So if they're spiritually in a fucked up position, and as a result their health is being tarnished, there's really nothing that they can do. So they're like set to fail. So that's why I say healing is spiritual. It's not just what you consume or you don't consume. It could be times where you can be consuming everything, right, but your health is still failing because you have a lot of negative karmic energy. Like people like in the government, like they're in a position where like they're fucked because certain things have to happen and play out. And since they're in a position where like we can't just go up and just go shoot the fucking president in the head. We can't just go and destroy their shit because they have everything on lock and they got it. So how they fall is gonna be in such a unsuspecting way for them that it's gonna catch them off guard. So certain things are gonna happen to them that is not gonna happen to the normal everyday person like me and you because we're in a position where we can it's more easier for the external to touch us. So when they get got, it's got to be more in a spiritual way, in a unsuspecting, like they don't they're not gonna see it, and like I see it coming, like so like that's what I'm saying. This shit's crazy, but it's kind of fucked up what they doing because they're really using this social media as like a literally like a fucking weapon. It's like a military weapon. Like the way they have drones and they have it's a military war on the mind. And they're doing a lot of shit that's really fucked up. And somebody gotta pay for that shit. Like the way this reality works, you can't just do fuck like say when you see somebody good, they go in, they slaughter and abuse a bunch of children. There's gonna be some consequences for that. Even if nobody goes and kills the guy, things are going to happen in that person's life because you get what you put out. So the government just putting out a lot of negative shit. They got you see all this ignorant and like all this judgmental energy. Like they'll sit there and have the audacity to talk shit about what certain races are doing or what. Well, look at this person. Look at these people. They're not doing this right. They're not doing that right. Whereas like the whole reason you're even able to say shit like that is because you came on somebody's land you ain't supposed to be on, and you killed millions of people. So at that point, nigga, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck if a young black kid wants to go up in a motherfucking bank and rob it. I'm not saying that's right, but bitch, why the fuck is there a bank on this land owned by a Federal Reserve government? This shit, you have no business being here. It's like me breaking in your fucking house and going in your refrigerator, and then you come in, you try to tell me to get the fuck out the refrigerator, and then I have a gun and I shoot you, and I say, well, you're trying to stop me from eating. Well, I'm in your house. The fuck? Any problem that's any crime, any problem that's created by the government. Don't tell me about people need to people need to get a job and start working and stop stealing, or people need to stop being lazy. Where bitch, you came on somebody's land and you stole their whole fucking. The only way government makes money is because people are working, paying taxes. The fuck out of here. So they can't say shit, and then they have the audacity to be like, they have this is why like they have to have all these people and have social media to put these narratives, because they can't come out and say these narratives because they're gonna look stupid. So they have to have these narratives and all this other bullshit from all these other people that supposedly supposed to look like you. They all AI and fucking puppets. So they have to have them speak for them to make their shit even look somewhat legitimate. And that shit don't even, a lot of that shit is fake. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of fake views. It's a weapon. The like system, the views, they use that to make you think something's popping. A lot of this shit ain't popping. Why else do you think they have fake views? Where do you think AI bot channels come from? It's because ain't nobody watching it. I'm not saying nobody, but it's not enough people that they would like to watch it. So they have to add more. So if something only has 5,000 views, they gotta boost it to like 80,000, 100,000. So it's probably like 5,000 people watching that shit, which really ain't that much, probably even less. So but it's something that you think has 100,000 views, and then like 80% of the comments are fake. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's why I'm like, they have the audacity to be talking all that. That's why I don't even be on this social media, because all of it is just, at this point, it's just, you can tell it's used as a weapon and as a distraction and as something to drain your energy. That's why I say don't pay attention to the shit. They try to make you think, oh, people are like, oh, make money online. You can make money in real life. There's people out here doing things in real life. And then think about it like this. They talk about making money online, but how many people you really see making money online? Really, you see more people making money in the real world, whether it be having to work at McDonald's or doing it, whatever, hustling. You don't see nobody really making money online. And if they are, they're puppets. They're working for the agenda. You see what I'm saying? Is not. I'm not saying you can't make money online and you shouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they want you thinking the internet is the end all be all, and if you're not on the internet, then you're doomed. No, you have a phone, right? If you need to go look up something, if you need to go out and use your QR code or apply online for some stupid ass, you have a phone to do that. But beyond that shit, don't think this shit is like, and the only reason that's like that because they created it. But you have a phone for that, right? Do what you got to do with that, but don't make you think that this shit is all online. Like, nah, you got to do shit in real life. A lot of the shit you got to do to be yourself has nothing to do with this fucking social media. Like, if you have motherfuckers out here telling you just dumb shit about, oh, I manifested this and I'm viral and like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're not, like, that don't mean shit, because what are you talking about? You're not talking about nothing. And then you have the audacity to go and hate on somebody who's out here hustling and sell. I'm not saying it's right to sell drugs or hustle. And the only reason I'll tell you it's not right, because you don't, we're not trying to go to jail. We're not trying to do something where we can't experience life. So for that specific reason of not going to jail, you don't want to do that. But at the same time, we're not going to act like the government doesn't sell fucking drugs. We're not going to act like the government doesn't commit theft. What the fuck is taxes? That's theft. That's the ultimate theft. A lot of these corporations, they won't even be able to succeed if it wasn't for theft. How the fuck you think like McDonald's and Burger King, they get these bailouts, they don't go bankrupt? It's not like a lot of these companies that don't go bankrupt because they get bailed out from the government because of tax money. So your company busts, you have to file for bankruptcy and close down. These other companies and these banks, they go bust and fucking they just have a bailout. Get the fuck out of here. That's like theft. But then let you go in one of these banks and steal some money, then it's a problem. Get the fuck out of here. And then you got dumbass people that say, oh, the reason they have to raise prices is because people are stealing. No, shut the fuck up, dude. That's not the reason why. Probably for some shitty mom and pop shop, they have to do it. But those motherfuckers are, they gotta charge more money and an arm and a leg because they gotta work harder. So obviously, but when you talk about like these corporations and shit, that's not what it is. These motherfuckers is just upset because if you're not working, if you're not working 10 jobs, if you're not stressed and miserable and giving all your money away to this system in taxes and in fines and all this bullshit, then they go broke and they don't got money. That's all it fucking is. And right now, their money is drying up. They're not making their energy. I don't know, fuck the money, the energy that they were getting from this system is not the same as it was like 10, 20, 30 years ago. So now they upset, they angry. Now they gotta raise property tax. They gotta fucking create inflation and make people fucking have to work these stupid ass fucking jobs just to afford rent, because they mad because ain't nobody want to work for their fucking system, because people are waking the fuck up. Gen Z doesn't want to sit here and work no more and waste their time, so they mad as fuck. It's fucking retarded. Shit is fucking retarded. That's what I tell you guys. Like, don't participate in this shit. Like, do what you got to do. Like, if you find a way to, that's like, if you be yourself, you'll know what you got to do. So I shouldn't even be. I shouldn't even be telling you guys like, do what you're supposed to do. Be yourself, and that will lead you to where it leads you. Don't exempt anything if it correlates to do what you have to do, because sometimes you may have to do what you have to do to get to the next level. But have confirmation and know that's what you're doing. Just don't go out and do something because somebody else told you, because ain't nobody know a damn thing. Most people walking nowadays, like when I go out in public, the average person is just, you can just tell like is miserable, and like they're going through it. And I don't want to say it's because of it. The reason is because no one's being themselves. We're at a time, we're at a shift right now where if you're not being, I can't make it any more clear. If you're not being yourself in this shift, you're gonna feel depressed. You're gonna feel like life has nothing to offer. Because back then, and especially in the Piscean age, when Neptune was in Pisces and all these other channels, we were more in a feminine time. So you could be in a state of just watching YouTube and relaxing, not doing your purpose. You had more leniency, but we going into a like more masculine time where we gotta start doing. So anyone not being themselves is like you're up for scrutiny by like the universe or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's like you can't get away with it. So it's gonna play out like you're gonna feel just depressed for no reason. You're not gonna feel fulfilled. This is why time is speeding up and shit. So if you want to fuck around, you don't have time to fuck around. You don't have time to be a fucking idiot no more. Like it actually pushes you. Okay, let me do something. Like like you guys understand. We're already at September. This month, in 3 months, we're gonna be doing New Year's. In like 2.5 months, 3 months, end of December. That's in 3 fucking months. And I'll say every month and a half, you're gonna feel the time gets even more quicker. So within the next few months, you're gonna see that the days are gonna literally be flying by like crazy. And at that point, if you're not yourself, it's gonna be a lot harder. Things are gonna come more quicker, like bad and good, depending what you're doing. Like don't think you have like all these years to do something, because the way you don't know, like tomorrow it could be the year 2029. Like you see how, like, I'm not just saying this shit just to be all scary and like I'm speaking crazy. Like the year 2030 is gonna be here like quicker. Like everyone said, oh, 2020 was yesterday, the pandemic, that's 5 years. So don't you think these next 5 years are gonna come quicker than the last 5 years? And everyone, you already see how quick the pandemic was here. It's 5 years. That was 5 years, 2020. Nigga, look, it's 2025. So these next 5 years of 2030 are going to go quicker than these last 5 years. So don't think you have all this time and shit, because we're like in a different fucking shit where everything is changing. So you're looking at time like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. It's all based on programs in the system. That none of that means shit. What are you doing right now? That's all that matters is right now. Do what you're supposed to do right now and focus on that and do it every day, and you good. Don't worry about yesterday, tomorrow, the mistakes you made. Fuck all that shit. Do what the fuck you got to do right now. That's what I'm realizing. Because a lot of shit, when you do what you got to do right now, a lot of positive things are gonna happen quicker than you expected. You don't do, a lot of negative things are gonna happen quicker. So it's like, be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry. Because like next year, man, it's gonna be we're going into a whole nother year. Next year is a 1 year. It's a number 1 year, and we're just going into this shift. So we're in a new shift, and it's a 1 year. So next year is not gonna be the same as these last fucking decades we've been going. It's gonna be a whole different fucking energy come the end of this year. Not even like probably around November, December. You guys got to see what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, give it a few more months. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Life ain't gonna be like how you think it is. And I'm not saying, oh, the government. This has nothing to do with the government. This has nothing to do with fifth dimension or what you. you'll see you something you're gonna feel. Everything's still gonna look the same. You still see people wake up in the morning. You're still gonna wash your ass. You're still gonna do what you do. There's still gonna be reality. You're always gonna be experiencing it. It's just gonna be different. It's gonna be the same but different. So I'm telling you, niggas, like, don't look at it like it's something like it's gonna hit you that I gotta be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So what the how that's gonna play out is you're gonna do what you gotta do, or how it's gonna play out is you're gonna be on crash out mode like this government and a lot of people, and they're gonna what they're gonna end up doing is they're gonna be changing up these systems and implementing a lot of crash out stupid shit because the more fucked up shit that government implements, the more they're in crash out because their shit's coming to an end because we in a different shit. So they're gonna have to do more drastic means and measures to make up for that shit. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like this, just to be more like. Now I'm not telling you guys like to be scared or something, but just I'm just letting you guys know. Like certain shit you guys like doing, you're not gonna even really have the time to do it. And it's not that like because once you're really being yourself, it puts you in a different mind state where everything I just said don't even matter. Because you can't if you're not in a certain mind frame and frequency, you're not going to be able to enjoy existing in this realm anymore. So a lot of people are going to be going through it a lot more shit. But if you're on that frequency of mind, then you're safe, and then you're going to actually be feeling better. Like this fast I'm on, I haven't felt this clear minded and good in like years. So like I actually feel better than I did before. And the times I thought I felt better is because I was numbing myself with some weed or some drug or some food. And that's not how it's supposed to be. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to just letting you guys know, like, just to be, because this shit's gonna happen quick. Like, you'll see what I'm talking about. You guys already feel it right now. Like, how does life feel right now compared to the beginning of this year? Back in January, February, it feels different because we're actually in this shit, and it's not like, oh, we're gonna go back. No, there's no going back. It's gonna just play out as, and we're gonna go in this shit. And once we in it, then shit's gonna just start happening, and then it's gonna be catching you off guard, and you're gonna be like, why do I feel this? Why do I? And then you're not gonna know, like, no, it's because we're in the shit. So the only thing you can do is be yourself and do what you gotta do. The fuck is this idiot talking about Christmas for? This gotta be a troll. Yeah, fucking idiot. I'm telling you guys, like, it's just gonna be crazy. Yeah, but I'm about to end my fast, and in 2 more days, I might film myself ending it. Probably won't because it ain't that serious. But I'm gonna end. I got a big ass watermelon. I'm gonna just end it on. That's another thing when you end the fast, you want to end it with something. You don't want to just, especially if you're going a long fast. They say you're not supposed to eat shit heavy. There's a butterfly right there. Butterfly right as a big ass, not no small one, a big ass butterfly, the big with the big ass wings. It was just right at that my window over there. That shit's crazy. It's funny how like it just flew right here in my way. I've never seen this shit before. Like before I started my fast on August 3rd. Before August 3rd, I started seeing the butterflies probably like a week and a half ago. But before August 3rd, I didn't see no butterflies here. I seen them before like years ago, but I just never seen them. And it's like I know it has right when I started, right when I got to like I probably say 7, 8 days of my fast. I started seeing butterflies, and then one of my relatives was like, "Oh, why are there so many butterflies around you?" It's like it was one I wasn't even looking. Like, it was one was right there behind your back, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I started seeing them a lot, and then like there is more like the same big one I just seen right now was the same one that when I walked out of the store, it came. Right? Think about it. This was a store in a shopping center. It wasn't by a lot of bushes or wildlife. It was in a shopping center with people and buildings. It was in a dense location, but somehow a big ass butterfly was right at the end, like right when I walked out the entrance. It was right there, and it crossed my face, like it was waiting for me or some shit. And it was just one butterfly. I'm like, God damn. I started, and ever since like that 7th day, I've been seeing them. I've been seeing them ever since the 7th day of my fast. I've been seeing them. I haven't stopped seeing. Every time I go outside, I see them. He said, "I'm not a troll." Okay, I thought you were a troll, but yeah, I don't fuck with Christmas, so I could really give a fuck about Christmas. That's what I was saying. Cause I don't know if you watch my page and you're not a troll, you should know. Not why would you even bring up Christmas? Like I can give a fuck about that. I'm not like if you want to celebrate it, you can celebrate it, but like I don't even watching my page and my energy. I don't even know why you would even bring that shit up. I can give a fuck about Christmas. How much do you sleep during fasting? I sleep. I don't sleep as much as I did when I wasn't, but I still do sleep. I'm not at that state where some people say they don't sleep at all. Or no, I'm not there yet. But I notice like I'll be up a little bit later than before, and then when I do sleep, it'll be like 4 hours, and I wake up and I feel good, and I can go on with the day off just 4 hours. So right now, like about 4 hours, I can sleep. If I'm doing my fast, it'll probably be like 6, but I could get off like 4 hours. Because when you get in a fasted state, when they say, "Oh, you're in a fasted state and you don't sleep," it's because you got so much energy. So you're so in the present and you have a lot of energy. When you're excited to go on a trip, or let's just say you're about to get something you've been waiting years for tomorrow. It's hard for you to sleep because you got so much energy and you're excited, so you can't sleep. Or even when you're depressed, you're depressed, you're sad, and you can't sleep. When you're in a certain mental state, emotional state, it's hard for you to really sleep, whether it be good or bad. Look at fasting as like look at it like that, but you're in a positive state where you just can't sleep because you got so much energy. You're so in the present moment. You're ready. Like every moment is like go mode for you. It could be night, it could be day. You're in go mode. You know, some of you guys would probably feel happy in the morning around noon, and you kind of when it's the afternoon or when you're around family or when you got to do something, you kind of feel like kind of your energy drained. When you're like in a fasted state for long periods, every moment is like go mode. It's never a dull moment. So you're always aware. You're always like, even if something negative is happening, you're still in that mode. You still feel the negative emotions, but you can deal with them better. You don't get angry as much. When you see something sad, you don't get as sad as much because you're in that go mode all the time when you're on these extended fasted states. That's why I say you want to reach these heightened states and learn how to maintain it, because at that point, that's a weapon by itself. If you're able to sustain those, because ain't nothing really can fuck with you really, and you can get so much shit done. And then it's not even about physically, things start happening to you because when your mind is in that mind state, you start being in certain places and locations, and you even people will pick up the energy. And it's just a lot of shit that goes on. Dreams become more vivid. You can, even when you astral projecting and all that shit, people like it's easier to really get into those states when you're on a fasted state. You can really tap into the dream world and really like see what's going on because you're in control more. So it's like Yeah, but I don't sleep too much. I don't sleep as much as I did before. Been out here for an hour and a half. I might end this live stream, guys. Yeah, I might do another live when I end my fast, or probably not, because like I'm just there's a lot of things I'm trying to do in my life right now. I'm trying to not be on social media like I used to be. That's one thing I'm not really doing. If I am on it, I'm on it from time to time. But like I don't feel the need to be on it no more. Like I feel like I just can't. I don't get. I watch certain channels. Don't get me wrong. But like I can't watch like 99% of the shit I used to watch. Just shit is lame. Like I just can't. Like that shit is so fucking lame. And I'm like, I actually feel depressed. Like I notice when I'm on these fasted states for extended periods of time, social media like it makes me feel not. I don't want to say depressed, but I just feel like I could be doing something better. Like imagine you at like fucking like somewhere that you want to be. Like just say a place that you want to be. Like it's some type of vacation, and you're at this place and you've been looking forward to it. Imagine going to this nice vacation on the beach and you're just in a hotel staring at the wall. You're gonna be like, you gotta feel it like you wanna, like you're gonna feel restless. Like I wanna go outside. I'm at this nice beach vacation and everyone's partying and outside and people got all, let's just say you like to get high. There's people outside high, smoking, drinking, and you're at a beach party, or not a party, I hate parties, but you're at a vacation and some guy's like, I got weed outside by the beach for free, you don't have to pay, but you're in the house just staring at the wall. You're gonna feel restless, like I wanna go outside. I'm in the house and you see all these other people outside going. That's how I feel with social media when I'm on a fasted step. Like, damn, I could be doing so much. I'm on this shit. I feel like social media is correlated with depression and anxiety. Because I noticed when I was the most depressed and anxiety of my life, that's when I was on it the most. And like I noticed when I'm not in that state, I actually want to do shit in real life. And like I don't feel like being on this shit. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are so addicted to social. I'm not saying everyone who watches social media, but most people, like probably like 90% of people on social media is because they have some type of depression or blockage and they're using it to cope and burn time. Cause like they're like, oh, I don't have nothing else to do. Like that's because if you feel like you have nothing else to do, that means you're not living your life the way you need to be living your life. You should always have something to do. You're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because a lot of you guys like look at something to do as something that's fun. Sometimes you don't need to be having fun. Sometimes being yourself means not having fun and going through depriving yourself of something. Like you can't, like you have to like sacrifice and not do stuff, and going through that you will eventually get the. That's why a lot of you guys are just stuck in a time where you're like, oh, I can't enjoy nothing. Like you're not. It's not that you can't enjoy it. The universe isn't allowing you to enjoy shit. So the same games don't entertain you. Even the drugs, the weed, nothing entertains you no more. So now it's like you're like, oh, I can't enjoy life. It's no, you're not allowed to enjoy life because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like you guys look at emotions like happiness and bliss and enjoying things. You look at that as something that's free. No, that shit ain't free. It costs spiritual currency. Like if you don't do certain things, the universe isn't gonna allow you to feel and experience the joy you want. So you're gonna feel like, oh, like, I don't feel like when I was young, everything used to be better, and no, it wasn't, bitch. Like things can be better right now. Things could be better more than when you were young. You could be having more fun time than when you were young because you're grown, and you can do more than when you were young. You just when you're young, you got grace more. You got more leniency. So, but when you're grown, you're supposed to be doing shit, and a lot of people aren't doing shit, so you don't got that grace no more. So other things are happening that aren't allowing you to feel that grace that you had when you were young because you're not doing something. That's all it really is. But it's really not that hard, guys. It really isn't. This shit is like when you make it look like it's hard, then you spend years on something. You spend years trying to make something so complex. That's the system way of thinking. Having to work hard and spend time and do analytical research and go through the ranks and go to college for a million years to finally get that carrot on the step. That's that system thinking. When you start going to the spiritual, natural way of thinking, this shit is like this shit is like they say, it's easy like cake, or it's just smooth and it's free flowing. So you're really just being yourself, and then the next man that has to work a million years to get this carrot, you got that by just being yourself. And in all the times when you were being yourself, people looked at you like you were crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You went this and that. Like people, that's why a lot of people, they want to hate. Like they'll hate on somebody who's like doing something successful. Like I said earlier, this whole social media promotes people living shitty, miserable lives. Everybody who goes viral is them complaining about what the government did, or complaining about how they don't like life. But then the people who are successful, they get hated on. But when that person, like when I'm on my fast right now, people say, "Oh, you're crazy for doing this fast. How can you miss eating? I love eating." But then when they're complaining, I see a lot of people who are just depressed and angry, upset over life. And why am I feeling this way? Why am I this? Why am I that? And I'm like, when I was doing my fast and I was in the beginning, people probably looked at me like, you're crazy. I need my food. I love eating. But then I'm on day 21 and I feel better than them. They're complaining. I feel like way better. The first day I was like, man, I want to eat this. But then I went through it. I didn't go through it. And after a while, I'm looking back like, I'm glad I didn't eat that. But if I would have fell for that trap and ate that shit, I would have been the same miserable person as the other person who ate it. And then now they're looking at me like, oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. Why did you get this? And I didn't have that. And that, no, bitch, I made sacrifices you didn't want to make. You wanted to have that piece of fucking steak and shit and eat that. And it felt good at the time. But then I didn't eat it and I went without it. And then now I'm feeling better. Because it wasn't for free. I had to pay money, spiritual money, and go through deprivation, but you didn't want to go through that, so you still got to pay. Like, you see what I'm saying? Now you're 21 days later. Because I remember when I did my post on the first day, I was thinking like, not the first day, no, that was the third day, and I said, I'm going to go the first 5 days without water. I made that post. I wasn't even feel like doing this shit. I really didn't want to do it. I made that post. I was like, fuck. Then I remember I stuck to it, and once I hit to like 10 days, I was like, this shit feels good. I keep going. So now, like, I'm not ending like, I don't want to end it. I'm gonna end it in a couple days, but then I'm gonna start again. Probably take like 2 days off. Probably 3. No, I'm gonna take 2 days off, and then I'm gonna go right back on it because I want to keep up this routine. I'm not gonna end it. I don't want to go back because it just like I can train my body to go up. I can also train my body to go back. That's why when I told you that when I did that 43-day fast, this was back in 2021 or 2020. I did the 43-day fast, and then I got there, but then like a lot of you guys say, oh, you did 21. This wasn't my longest fast, 21 or 23 right now. I did 43 back in 2020. That's when I was really on my shit, but I was on my shit because I had a lot of fear, and that motivated me. But this time I had to create my own motivation internally to make me go, which I did. So I'm getting back on that. So this really isn't my longest fast, but when I was on that, you guys see how I kind of went back and I wasn't doing it, but I built myself up to where I was all those years ago, and I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Like, I'm done. That shit's not happening any fucking more. I'm done with that. Like, that's why I say you gotta make this a lifestyle. Don't do this shit. Oh, I'm gonna do it for 3 days. I'm gonna do it one. First of all, if you're a beginner and you're coming into it, if you want to do every 3 days or once a week, work your way up. But me, I'm like seasoned, so. But like I said, even if you do it once a week, make sure you stick to it being once a week. Don't just say once a week and then go 2 months off or a month off. At this point, it's very crucial to not make no mistakes because, like I said, we're in a shift. So if you haven't started, I don't even want to push that whole notion of work your way up. And don't get me wrong, you do got to work your way up, but be hard on yourself. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, it takes time. And yeah, it does take time, but you should, we in 2025, you should have been on this shit years ago. And if you're not on it, then you still have time, but you gotta work a little harder and push yourself. There's no more like taking it easy, slow. Yeah, to a degree, but you gotta push yourself a little more than if you would have started 3 years ago, because we're in a different shit. And I'm not just saying this because I'm just saying it. I'm saying because if you don't, things are accelerating more. So things are gonna start happening more. They're gonna knock you off your shit, and then you're gonna be left like, why me? Why the fuck is this happening? And it's really because you didn't do something. And you because like, don't think that, oh, when I'm 80 or when I'm 60, because that's not how it's gonna be. We're in a shift right now. So I'm not saying when you're even when you're 80, 80 is gonna come by quicker than you expect. That's what a lot of you guys are understanding. Like I was watching. It's fun. I was talking to my grandma, and she's like, I remember when I was 30. Because she asked me how old I was, and I was like, I'm 33. And she's like, I remember when I was 33. That's when I moved out to California, or whatever. And or I forgot what she said. She said something, but I remember she was like, those years flew by quick from 33 now. And then she said that, and then I seen this other 85-year-old lady on this video I seen, and she was like, I had this business for fucking since the 70s. It's, and she was like 85, and she's like, that shit flew by quick. And like I noticed that like a lot of people say that who are older, like the time flew by quick. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, before you know it, it's gonna be. And then you don't. The thing is, though, it's what's scary is by the time you reach like 60, 50, like right now, all you guys watching my channel, there's something you guys want to do in life. But when you hit to like 50, 60, a lot of those things you may not be able to do no more. Not just because of your age, but maybe a lot of shit because of the way the system's going, because they're trying to change the system to some virtual reality where everybody's in the house. It could be another pandemic where they lock everybody down. So now you can't go outside and go and mingle. They shut off airfare travel. So we can't meet up in person, or they can do something. So that's why I say you want to do what you want to do right now. Don't fucking wait, because the world is not gonna be the way you think it is. Not just from fuck the system and the government, but just the way you experience reality. That shit's changing in the next year. By the end of this year, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You guys already see how time is speeding up. This shit wasn't like this a year ago. Even though it was speeding up a year ago, it wasn't going by this fucking quick. So we're in a shift. The reality is gonna be different next year. So you gotta act like it's the end of your life right now. You have to be in that mind frame where like this is the end. And the only thing matters is right now. Don't think about what's gonna happen in a year or 6 months, and fuck that. Fuck time. Look what's happening right now, and then start right now. Once you're being yourself right now, there's nothing for you to think about the future. All you gotta do is be yourself right now, and things will unfold. Before you know it, 6 months gonna go by. You're gonna be like, damn, I accomplished all this in 6 months. You see what I'm saying? Like this month flew by quick. I deliberately started this fucking fast the beginning of this month. And it's funny because when I started this fast, I was like, this shit's gonna go. I thought this shit was going by slow, but this shit went by quick. We already at the end of August. And if even though I did 21 days, I feel like it 23 days, I feel like it wasn't even enough. It wasn't even a lot of time. Like I feel like I need to do more. Like even though like you guys said 23 days is a lot, it doesn't feel like 23. I feel like I need to go like fucking, I need to do at least two more of these, or I should at least go on to 60 or some shit. Like I feel like I need more time to do more cleansing. So this is why I really don't want to waste any more fucking time out of my life, because by the end of this year in December, I want to at least have at least a 40-day fast done. If not that, consecutively I've been hitting 10, 20, 15 with like a couple day break or a day break. So cumulatively I've damn near fasted for over 100 days by the time end of year comes. So at that point I'll be on a whole different type of state of being, because that shit accumulated and I cleansed. got a lot of shit out of me because when you do these long fasts, you get rid of parasites. So that's my shit I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to not only do that, but make it where, because I've actually done good this month. I actually didn't know I can go fucking 10 days without water and food. I didn't know that. Like, it's weird because usually when I do my last time I did a long fast, I was needing to drink water, but for some reason I didn't need to drink any this fast for like 10 days. And even after the 10 days, it was very rare. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that. So the energy is building within me. And I know it's the yoga because I kind of backed off the Qigong. I showed you the breath work, but the yoga I've been doing, and I noticed when my neck, when the blockage in my neck gets smaller, the less food that I need, and the less water I need when I'm fat. Because when I'm not fasting, I don't even drink water. I literally don't. I literally just drink fruit juice. Like, I eat a watermelon and that will hydrate me, or I have an orange or an apple that will hydrate me. If I do drink something, it'll be like if I'm eating a heavy meal. But if I'm not eating a heavy meal, and even then, it's like juice or some shit. I don't even like water. Like, I don't even drink water really, because if you're drinking a lot of watermelon and fruit, eating it, not just the fruit shit like the lemonade shit and the juices at the bottle, but if you're actually eating fruit, that hydrates the body, especially watermelon. You guys see all those watermelon pictures I have. I get watermelon, like when I'm not fasting, I eat watermelon every day. There's never a day where I'm not fasting I don't have a watermelon. I got like fucking 8 watermelons the other day. My mom was like, "Why the fuck you get so many damn fucking watermelons and shit?" Because I went over to her place and gave her some watermelon because I got so many watermelons. And she's like, "Why the fuck you got so many watermelons?" I was like, "God, I just eat them." And some of them, they go bad. And like, so they don't go bad, but they're not, because out here in the South, like where I'm living at right now, the fruit is very not fresh. Because I come from California where the fruit is, oh, that's one thing I didn't know, because I lived in California my whole life. So I was born there and I was raised there and I always lived there my whole life. So I'm used to going to the grocery store and the fruit being fresh because that's where they grow all the fruit is in California. But when I moved out here, the beginning of this year, I've noticed there's a lot of rotten fruit. Even when I go to Whole Foods, to be honest, the Whole Foods out here has the most rotten fruit in any grocery store I've ever been to in my life. This is fucking Whole Foods. And next time I go to Whole Foods, I'm going to show you guys. The fruit is every time. I don't know if it's all the Whole Foods, but it's this one specific Whole Foods in Atlanta that I go out there and I get. And when I go, I don't even get my fruit from there. I have to go to like a grocery store. They got more fresh fruit. But the Publix, not the Publix, the Whole Foods, is their fruit is bad. And it's the one out here because I was going to the one in Oakland before I moved out here. And that shit was fresh. The watermelon was fresh. All the food was fresh. Even like the hot bar where they have the hot food, that shit was fresh. Out here, it's like everything is just bad out here. I don't know what it is. It's like, I guess because it costs more, the shipping and production, and most of the shit is something to do with that. But that's one thing I realized, and I do miss about staying out there, is the fresh fruit. And the funny thing is, when I was living out there, I wasn't even eating as much fruit as I'm eating now. Like when I go off my fast, that's mainly the main thing I want to eat is fruit. If I do eat something unhealthy, it'll be like something. I don't eat no candy or no fucking junk shit like pizza, hamburger. I don't eat that shit. If I eat something unhealthy, I'll go get some organic chicken wings and I season them bitches with like some organic curry powder, salt, and that's it. And I have like fucking organic rice or some shit with it. I eat something like that, or I have some Nigerian food, like this Nigerian soup, and I have like it with some like the fufu is like the pan. I have that's my junk food, and I don't eat like fucking like candy and all that crap. I can't eat that shit. That shit is disgusting, and like I can't even eat sweet cake or anything like cookies, or I can't eat that shit. If I eat cake, cookies, that shit, it irritates my stomach. Even if it's dairy free. Like I got some dairy free ice cream, and that shit hurt. I had to throw that shit away because that shit not made my stomach nauseated. Like especially because when you fast and your body's cleansed, You don't want to be eating anything negative because your body, especially when you get rid of the parasites, you're going to be able to taste and feel the chemicals in these foods more so than before. And they poison the food like crazy. Even the water out here is poison. When I went on my first 3 day fast, my first ever fast was back in 2019. I went on a 3 day dry fast. I remember the first, when I ended that fast on day 3, I drank some Crystal Geyser water. This is spring water. I tasted so many chemicals, and like it was hard for me to swallow because I couldn't even. It took me at least 30 minutes to finish a whole bottle of water, and I was thirsty as fuck. It was the chemicals or this was like because my body wasn't used to dry fasting. So when I introduced water to it the first time after dry fast, it was hurting my throat to swallow, and I could taste the chemicals, but I was so thirsty I didn't give a fuck, and that shit tasted good, but I could taste the chemicals in it, and that made me realize like, and this was spring water, it wasn't purified, so everything it has, it doesn't matter what type of water, it has chemicals in it. They put chemicals in these bottles of water, so that's something you guys gotta always keep in mind. All the water. It doesn't, even if it's in a glass bottle. Shit has to be honest. When I drink water out of a glass bottle, it tastes more unsanitary than a plastic one. That's just my opinion. Because when I drink from a glass bottle, I feel like it doesn't have plastic in it, but it's not sanitary. Because that I could taste like this mold buildup or some type of bacteria buildup in when I drink glass. Because you got to look at it like those glass water bottles be on the shelf for months because they got to produce them at the factory or bottle them up, and then they're sitting in vehicles and transportation trucks to get it to the store. Then it's in the storage room, the warehouse. Then it's on the fucking shelf. And then when it's in a glass bottle, I can taste like it's like, you know what, like it tastes dusty or it tastes like it's been sitting out. And I can taste that in a lot of the fucking drinks, even like the organic lemonade I get from Sprouts. That's like the only juice I can really drink that doesn't taste like shit. And even that I could kind of taste like when you come off a fast and you drink and eat certain shit, you can taste that the food is, you're eating rotten food. Even if it says the best buy date is 2027, it's still rotten because if it's not made freshly right off the, and you're eating it right off the factory, it's rotten. It's been sitting there. So most of the food is, if you're not cooking your food and it's in a package, chips, soda, drinks, you're eating rotten food. Even if it has preservatives, it's still rotten. You're eating rotten ass shit. And I can taste it when you go, like, if I end this fast, I won't be able to drink that lemonade because I'll be able to taste the rottenness of it. It's very subtle. But after like a few days of me drinking it, I don't taste it no more because my body, like, it adjusts to it. But I can taste it because I'm so sensitive, and that's why, like, when you end the fast, you want to eat fruit. Some not even like try not to even do pre-cut fruit. Sometimes I do pre-cut if I want my water, if I want my shit cold, and like sometimes they don't have any good watermelon, so I get it cut. But try to get it, like, try to cut your fruit, or get one where you have to cut it. Like if you want pineapple, go get an actual fucking pineapple and cut that bitch. And I put it in the refrigerator for a little bit, let it get chill, and then eat that shit when I end my fast. Yeah. And try not, like, it's gonna be hard, but try not to. I don't want to say that because nothing's really hard, but try not to end your fast with junk food. Try to eat healthy because you don't want to implement that garbage back into you. You don't want to do that because this is, it's not about just fasting. This is about training the body. Like my channel, I'm talking about training the body to not need that shit in the most comfortable way. So it's not, you're not starving yourself. You're not depriving yourself. You're training your body so you can be able to feel even better without eating it. But you have to break that addiction. It's like somebody on crack. They go to rehab and then they get off rehab. They don't feel, if they did it right, they don't feel the addictions and the craving. So that's how food is. It's an addiction. It's a craving. And if you don't believe me, eat watermelon only. Eat eat only healthy fruits and vegetables. You're gonna make up some excuse why you can't do that. Because it showed you like food is a drug. And you say it's not, okay, eat fruits and vegetables raw. No, you're gonna want candy, you're gonna want steak, you're gonna want all these other fucking chemicals. So this is what I'm saying. Shit is crazy. But I think I'm gonna end this fast. I'm gonna not end this fast. Well, I'm gonna end it in a couple of days, but I think I'm gonna end this live stream right now, and I'm gonna come back to you guys a little later. I'll probably come back to you guys in a few days. Probably the day I end my fast. Before I end it, I'll probably do a live stream or something. But I'm just trying to right now. I'm just trying to and probably do a little Qigong session after this, just to bring some more energy in or something. But I'm gonna end this shit right now, guys, and I'll hit you guys up a little later. Peace.